everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all well. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make one of these seed bead earrings. They're very small, very tiny, could be worn every day. So this is what they look like. So you have the choice to do it dangly like this with the earring hook, or like this as a stud earring. So that's completely up to you. I'm going to show you how to do both ways today. So to make one of these, you're going to need some size 11 seed beads in 4 different colours. You'll need about 15 inches of beading thread. I'm going to use £6 fireline and a beading needle. I'm using a size 12. Then you'll need your earring hooks. So like I said, you can either do regular earring hooks or these like blank flat stud earring findings that you can use to create a stud. I think that's everything, so let's get started. Okay, so first thing to do is lay your colours out in the order that you want to use them. So I'll show you on this one. The first colour on the mat is going to be the one in the centre, and so on and so forth. So the second colour is going to be the second one, the beige, and then the third colour is going to be where this coral is, and then the final colour is going to be the outline colour. So lay them out in the order that you want them to go, and then you're going to pick up 4 of your first colour, slide those down onto your thread. You only need to leave a very short amount on your tail thread, just 4 or so inches, and then you're going to go up through that first bead. So you have this. Okay, now moving on to your second colour, picking up one. We're coming out of this one on the bottom, you're going to go up through the one on the side. Picking up another one of that second colour. Now we're coming out this one on the side, you're going to go across through the one on the top. Picking up one of that same colour. Coming out of the one on the top, you're going to go down through the one on the side. And one more of that colour. Coming out of the one on the side there, you're going to go through the one on the bottom. So that you have this, and now you're going to move up through this first bead that we added of your second colour. So we have this. Now moving on to your third colour, you're going to pick up 2. Coming out of this one here in your second colour, you're going to skip that one and go through the next one in that coral colour. Same thing again, pick up 2. We're coming out of this coral one here, we're going to skip the blue and go through the next coral. And again, picking up 2. And out of this coral bead here, skip the blue and go through the next coral one. And last 2 of this row, picking up 2, same colour, coming out of this coral one, skip that blue, go through the next coral one. Okay, so we have this. Now you need to move up and go through these 2 beige beads. This time moving on to your 4th colour, so it's a gold for me. So coming out of here, I'm going to skip the coral one and go through the next beige bead, just through one. Okay, picking up another one of those gold, coming out here, and I'm going to go straight down through that next bead. So it pops in between them. Again, picking up one, skipping over one and going through the next one. This time picking up one and going straight down through the next bead. pick up one, skip over one, go through the next one, pick up one and go straight through the next one. Again, pick up one, skip over one, go through the next one, and finally picking up one, oops, and going straight down through the next one. So we have this. So we're coming out here and we're going to move up into this first gold bead, or first bead of your fourth colour. So now we have this. So now it's up to you whether you do the next row in that same fourth colour like I did on these two. So they have a full circle outline of that final colour, or you can swap back to your centre colour like I did on this one. So that's the different effect it creates. So it's up to you now. So I'm doing the same as this. So I'm going to swap back to my first colour, but like I said, you can carry on with that final colour and it will create more of an outline around the whole thing. So with whichever colour you're doing, picking up two, coming out of this one of the fourth colour and going into the next one in that colour. So I'm just going through gold beads this time, picking up two, and again going through that next bead in your fourth colour. Picking up two, going through the next gold one. I'm going to do that all the way around, so you're going to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more times. Picking up two, going through the next one on the outside row. So this is what you should have after that. So you're coming out of this gold one here, you're just going to move up through one of these on the outside edge. It's blue for me. So you're coming out the middle of one of those little groups of two that we added in that row. Okay, so here's where it alternates between which kind of earring you're doing. So if you're doing a hook like these, this is where you'll pick up your earring hook. So from here, I'm just going to pick it up onto my needle and go straight down through the next bead, so that your earring hook just sits like that. And then what you would do is sew all the way around these beads on the outside row to go through that again until you're almost out of thread, and then you'll tie your knots, which I'll show you how to do right at the end, and then you'll be finished. But I'm going to do mine now with the stud earring back. So what you need to do if you're doing the stud one is move back into the middle a little bit. You want to be coming out of one of these coral coloured beads, so, or whatever your second colour was. So for me it's that coral colour, so I'm going to move across and down until I get back to one of those beads. So just moving down into the centre. Oops. Okay, so I'm coming out of one of those second colour beads, the coral. You're going to place your stud right in the middle. I'm holding onto it with this thumbnail on this side. So I'm coming out of this coral bead here on this side. I'm going to loop my string around the earring post like that. So it's gone around it, it's capturing it, and then I'm going to go back into that coral bead but on the other side, so it's creating a loop and I'm hooking that earring post in the middle. So I'm going to go back into that coral bead, oops, like that, holding on to that earring post with my nail. Now make sure your loop flips over the top and catches that post as you pull it down, like that. Okay, now what you need to do, just pull that down a little bit so we can see. So we're coming out of that coral bead again underneath. We're going to move round through two, so we're going to move through the blue one and into the next coral bead. So make your way round, it's a little bit fiddly, so that you're coming out of that next coral bead. there, and we're going to do the same. So I'm going to hook that around the earring post and then back through that coral bead. There we go. Just going to turn it around a little bit. Okay, and now again we're going to move through, coming out of this one here, we're going to move through the blue one and then into the next one, so through the next two. So we're positioned to do that same thing again. Okay, so I'm coming out of that next coral one, I'm going to loop it over and go back into that coral bead, the opposite side to where my thread is coming out. Again, making sure that that loop tightens around the earring hook, like that. Now it's really a bit tricky to see, but you can sort of fold this over so you can see where your next bead is. So I'm coming out of the coral one, moving through the next blue one and up into that final coral bead to do that same thing again. So around the earring hook and then back into the coral bead, making sure that that loop goes around the post and doesn't miss it completely. Okay, now pull that really tight. Now you have this, and your earring hook, earring post thing won't move around very much. So make sure it's pulled really tight. And then I'm going to move up, back up towards the top so that I can show you how to tie the knots. So I'm just moving till I'm right on the edge again, coming out of one of those groups of two. So this is what it looks like at the minute. And to tie your knots, like I said, just get to the edge and then you're going to take your needle under that bridge of thread right there that you can see. So make sure your needle goes under there, like that. Pull it through till you have a small loop and then go through that loop 2 times. Pull it all the way down till you feel the knot tighten like that, and then move away through a couple of beads. Pull it nice and tight and the knot should just vanish like that. Now you can tie as many knots as you can with what string you've got left, just to make sure these are super secure. And then you want to thread your needle onto your tail thread over here and bring that out to the edge. Do the same thing to tie that one off as well, and then we'll be finished. Once you've got off all your threads, then we're all finished. So this is what they look like, and this is what the little dangles look like as well. Very cute. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and you're able to make some of these. I think they'd make really nice gifts actually, especially these stud ones because they're kind of unique, and people can wear them every day. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please comment down below anything else you'd like to see, like this video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to see more of my videos, and follow me on Instagram at Beadingbyhannah. Thanks for watching everyone, see you next time, bye!